We've turned the corner. We're at the entrance to the Holy Sepulchre Church. In all of my 30 or so years of coming here, I cannot recall a time where it was as quiet as this. We're going to go inside in a moment. Maybe see Mr. Nusseibeh, the custodian, whose family has had custodianship of the church since 1187. Gone are the crowds of Russian pilgrims. Almost totally empty scene. And of course, as I mentioned, in front of the Greek Orthodox building over there, you'll notice that tower of the minaret, the Mosque of Omar, built in the 7th century on the site, or later I should say, commemorating the 7th century Islamic conquest under Omar of the city of Jerusalem from the hands of the Byzantines. Let's go on inside. You see a beautiful facade of the mostly Crusader period church, built between 1099 and 1149, immediately after the Crusaders captured the city of Jerusalem. Welcome, we're in Jerusalem. We're right in front of the Holy Sepulchre Church, perhaps the most significant building within the walls of the old city of Jerusalem. It's a church built on the site of the crucifixion, burial, and resurrection of Jesus. It was first built by Helena, the mother of Constantine, in the 4th century, heavily renovated by the Crusaders at the end of the 11th to the mid-12th century. And what we see today, the facade, is pretty much Crusader from about the year 1250. So if you've been to any of the great cathedrals of the world in Europe, this predates all of them by centuries. It's an amazing cacophony of voices, of sounds, of 6 different denominations who have a very fragile, almost 200-year now, status quo arrangement of procession and possession. Who possesses what parts of the church and who can have a procession at what time. And you'll see when we go inside, perhaps, and understand a little bit better about the complexities and the challenges of what is the most important site in the Catholic and the Eastern Orthodox world. The Protestants don't hold the site sacred, first of all. They're newer to the scene. They've only been around for about 503 years, from Martin Luther in 1517, and they never had part of the real estate centuries before. 1, and 2, they really don't have an interest in sharing the fights over sacred space, the icons, and all of the image inside the church. So the Holy Sepulchre Church, arguably the most significant building within the walls of the old city of Jerusalem. One of my favorite rooms in the church is this chapel that belongs to the, well, it depends who you ask. The Armenians claim it's theirs, the Syrian Orthodox claim it's theirs. And you'll see over here is a niche. And this niche is an original late Second Temple period Jewish burial ground, referred to as the Chapel of Joseph of Arimathea, who gave up his tomb for Jesus. But if you look around, it's kind of sad how shoddy this chapel looks, because the two denominations, the Armenians and the Syrian Orthodox, cannot even agree on who it actually belongs. You see those 2 niches, and those 2 niches are niches about 6 feet long, where a body would have been placed for primary burial in a family tomb, and then they would have come out of the tomb and closed the round rolling stone that would have been situated on the right here, and then this would have been blocked off. This was the way Jews were buried in Judea in a very short period.